I am in Yantian district out here in Shenzhen. But you guys didn't know that Shenzhen could look like this, huh? But it could. It's absolutely beautiful. And you know what's even more beautiful is after it rains, you can see all those clouds out there in the distance. You see that? It's freaking beautiful. Okay, and you can see that. That's actually all, I believe that's all land owned by Hong Kong, unless I'm wrong. These should be the outer islands of Hong Kong. And then the shipping container is very close by. As you can see, the port of Yantian is out there in the distance. Mystic a long time ago, yes, but now not so much. Okay, it is freaking beautiful. You can fish here, madam. No one's gonna stop you from fishing. You can fish here. Taps and donuts, everybody. Beautiful. We're gonna walk around Yantian district again. This is a place that before I started doing TikTok, I used to come out here all the time by myself. This is in the early days of my channel when I wasn't doing TikTok, and also there wasn't a lot of people watching me, and I was hoping for some peace and sanity and just try to get away from the bustle and hustle of the city life. And I used to come out here all by myself, and I would just sit in one of these benches right down there, and I would come here late at night and I would just sit here and I would enjoy the view. Thank you, David. Even at night I would sit here and enjoy the view. And thank you, David. And just, this was a place where when I was really down bad, you know, we always say down bad when you're battling. When I was kind of down bad in life, it was a place that I would come out here and just get a breath of sanity and get a breath of relief from, you know, the concrete jungle that I was living in. So I'm very, very partial to this place. I have a lot of great memories here. A lot of late nights spent by myself out here right next to these benches, sitting here and just pondering life and what I was going to do next. Why am I living in China by myself when I could be back home in America? Those are all things that I used to think about a lot. Okay, but this is a absolutely beautiful place. JK, the air quality is impeccable. It's amazing. It's one of the most beautiful places, in my opinion, in all of China. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful place. And you know what's kind of crazy about this? Is if you look at all the apartments here that are facing the ocean, it's actually cheaper living here, ocean front, with beautiful, pristine waters, than it is to live downtown. The housing in downtown is actually more expensive than living out here. I'll tell you the reason why the water here is so clean. We're on the other side of the bay now. When you're in Shenzhen Bay, the water is very dirty because it's got a lot of soot, a lot of sand that's coming from the Zhujiang River that flows into the Pacific Ocean. Here, we're on the other side of the ocean, on the other side of the bay. This is why the water looks so clean. It's gonna look even more blue and even cleaner the further east that we go. Okay, which is what we're gonna do the next couple of days. Hopefully the rain lets up a little bit in the next couple of days. We're gonna keep walking, we're gonna keep streaming. We're just getting this live stream started. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. We're in Shenzhen, in southern China. Let's keep it moving, team. Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts. I'm gonna take a little video of this view. Hold on one second. Take a little. This is not the Yellow River. Oh, Chris, great to see you, Chris. This is not the Yellow River, Chris. This is actually the ocean. This is the Pacific Ocean, but we are in the Pacific Ocean that is between Hong Kong and Shenzhen. Okay, so this is the Pacific Ocean over here, and it is freaking beautiful. Thank you, Fifita. Take a little photo for someone. There we go. Hold on one second. There we go. Hold on one second. I have to text this picture. Galaxy Ryan, man, we are in Yantian district in Shenzhen in southern China. It no longer has the bustle. This is like, you know, before we go to lunch, because I do have to eat lunch here. I haven't had lunch. You have to understand, everybody, Shenzhen is a very busy city. It's the bustle and hustle of being downtown. It's a concrete jungle. This is one of the few places where within 1 hour driving, you can come out to somewhere peaceful and live a chilled life. What a lot of people here in Shenzhen are doing is that they are selling their homes in downtown, and they're using the proceeds, they're using only half of those proceeds to pay for an apartment in Yantian district, and they're using the other half for retirement. So you see a lot of retirees and also snowbirds from northern China who are trying to get away from the harsh winters of northern China. What's up, Raymond? From the harsh winters of northern China, they'll come out here to Yantian district, right here in Shenzhen. They'll come here in the southern part of China to try to get away. This weather never gets cold out here. Thank you, Jamie, for the donut. Always very pleasant weather. Very, very pleasant weather out here, pretty much year round. Summer is a little bit hot, but when you're next to the ocean, you got a nice breeze. Now, you see these two gentlemen over here. This is what I love about China. You gotta love this about China. You see these two gentlemen biking over here? Look at their uniforms. I want you to look at the uniforms of these two gentlemen biking right towards us. You see this? Look at what they're wearing. You see what they're wearing? You see that? What's up? What's up, Lisa? You see what they're wearing? What's up, Lisa? They are the patrol that keeps the parks safe. They serve in the army, but they're not directly in the army that would serve in the front lines of an international conflict. They are the interior police, the domestic police. So they are a rank that's different from the police. It's called internal security. Whenever you're in China and you're at a public place like this, where at nighttime, this place is going to have a lot of people walking around. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Lisa? Hello. Whenever you're here, okay, and there's a lot of people gathered here, you're always going to have cops, security guards, or army personnel walking around. And those two guys, they were biking. So what they're going to do is all day, they're just going to keep biking all day long. All day long. Thank you, El Marie. Everyone share this live stream like Lisa just did. Everybody hit that share button, y'all. But I'm going to take my face out of it. This is going to be a chill live stream. The one that's happening in about 7 hours is going to have a little bit more action, a little bit more juice, because we're going to be in a pretty jam-packed neighborhood. Okay, Gary, thank you very much. But tonight, I don't expect there to be too many people watching, because I think this is going to be a very chill live stream of just walking around in the neighborhood. Thank you, Diana Meyer. Okay, this is Shenzhen. We're only about an hour away from downtown Shenzhen. 30 minutes if we go to the other downtown. And again, that's Yantian District Port over there. A lot of the things that you guys buy on Amazon.com gets shipped out of that port right there, from right here in Shenzhen. Okay, so this is a huge, huge shipping port. You see all those shipping containers over there? Y'all see that over there? Most of that is headed for the United States of America. Okay, a lot of that is headed for the United States. What's up, Mountain Mama? A lot of that is headed for the United... No more battles tonight, everybody. We've turned off our invitations. That is Yantian Port over there. Okay, and it's also a tax-free, duty-free port. Okay, that's a Navy ship over here. It's like not a Navy ship, but this is more like a domestic patrol ship over here. Because right out there in the distance, you're looking at Hong Kong. Okay, those islands actually belong to Hong Kong. Okay, cool. All right, I like I said, I love this place. It's a super, super chill place. Very, very perfect for retirees, people that are retired. When you come out here at night, there's more people, but there's not that many young people living out here in this neighborhood. There's very few bars, very few clubs. It is a place where older folks likes to come out here and enjoy their retirement. And you see the mountains, the Tanglong Mountains out there in the distance. In Chinese culture, and I don't want to speak for other Asian cultures, but in Chinese culture, feng shui is a big thing. In feng shui, we really care about something called having your back to a mountain and having your face facing the water. Right? Even in America, where we don't really talk about feng shui, that's considered good real estate. If you can be in the United States, or if you can be in China, and you could buy a place somewhere where the back of your home is facing a mountain, okay, and it's beautiful right now because it's just totally shrouded in the clouds from the rain from earlier. You can see that's not pollution. That's all. It's just absolutely beautiful. This is, again, if you look at the sign over here, it's called Yantian Central Park. The district that we're in is called Yantian. It's very similar to Long Island in the United States when it comes to New York City. We're not so much in Manhattan or Brooklyn, so we're kind of far from the center of the action, but it's beautiful and it's perfect for everyday living. Okay, thank you, Big Al, for the daily heart. We're going to be walking around the streets of Shenzhen. Please make sure y'all follow the channel and you guys share this live stream. I don't expect there to be too many viewers compared to last night because we're not really doing a neighborhood walk. There's not as much excitement going on in this neighborhood, but it's a very chill and a very beautiful place. Okay, exactly. You want to face the water and you want to have your back to the mountain. Very big on feng shui here in China. Thank you, I am Weasel. Thank you, Ron. You know, I never used to believe this. I always thought it was a bunch of nonsense until I started to, you know, get older and I started to see how like the place I was living in was affecting my energy. I'm starting to believe feng shui more and more as I go. Now, another thing you guys have to realize about this place is that this used to be a very poor district. This entire area here used to be one of the poorest districts in all of Shenzhen. And what I mean by that is, as we walk further that way, and we're going to go towards my lunch spot, you're going to see some of the older buildings that they put up about 20 years ago. They're in bad shape because the ocean water is blowing towards them every single day, and the salt in the air is eroding their outer layer of paint. Unless they repainted this place since the last year I've been here. But it's these newer glass oceanfront buildings that are the expensive property over here. Like you can imagine, this one right here is a very expensive property, right? Because you're looking at prime real estate and it's quiet. They can never build on this. They can never build on this, what's it called? On this park over here. So you're always going to have an unrestricted view of the ocean. You can get an apartment in there for right around $600,000 to $700,000 for a 2-bedroom, and then for a 3-4 bedroom you would have to pay a little bit more. Pretty cheap compared to, you know, places like the Caribbeans or, you know, Florida or Hawaii, but by Chinese standards this is pretty expensive real estate. And you can see all the newer buildings are all made out of glass. All right, we're gonna keep walking. I'm going to show you guys a couple older buildings, and then I'm going to walk into a mall real quick, and then I want to go grab some lunch because I am very hungry. Okay, when you live here, it's not as convenient as living downtown. Why? Because there isn't as many people living here. All right, the population density is very low. By the way, you see these kids over here? In case you're asking yourself, why are these kids out of school right now? Why aren't they in school? In China, the kids actually get let out of school right around noon, so they can have lunch at home and take a nap. All right, so unlike the United States, when you go to school and you stay at school the whole day, when you're sitting here in school in China, you actually get a 2-hour break in the middle of the day where you can go home, have lunch, and take a freaking nap and then come back. All right, taps and donuts, everybody, taps and donuts. I'm gonna take you guys to the mall real quick. All right, but I don't wanna walk all the way over there because I wanna go grab some lunch, but I'm just gonna zoom in real quick. These are the older buildings. Oh, shit. Please tell me we're not frozen. Oh, here we go. Okay, these are the older apartment buildings, okay, that were built in the 1990s and the early 2000s. Okay, this is, again, at a time when Yantian district was still a relatively poor district. Yantian is still, I wouldn't want to use the word poor, but from a GDP perspective, it's still not a very productive part of Shenzhen. In terms of container ships, there's a lot of things moving, but there's very few high-tech companies here. You can see these older buildings actually have the best views because they have the views grandfathered in. Grandfathered, yeah, a lot of 2-income families, Mary Jo. This is grandfathered in, so they're gonna have the best views. But you see, these apartments are very, very old. And if you go look over there, those are even older. Okay? Thank you, Spitfire. Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts, team. Let's keep it moving. Now, here in Yantian, the reason why you don't see any people during the day, again, not a lot of young people live out here. Okay? And the people that do live out here, first of all, it's also raining. There's one big mall. See, the thing about China and Chinese real estate, it's kind of different from the United States, is that in America, we are a car-driven culture. We drive everywhere, okay? Mostly where you go in America, you gotta have a car. In North Carolina, it's impossible, very much impossible to live in where my family lives without a vehicle. But in China, there's a significant amount of people that do not drive in this city, in major urban city centers. So the reason why you always have to have a big mall in the middle of these residential districts is to provide convenience of life for the surrounding areas. Okay, there's always going to be a big mall anchored in a large residential area. So that's why you see all these apartment buildings nearby. This is the one mall that serves this entire district. Okay, it's called, I think it's called, Yihai Mall. It's Yihai. It's called one mall. Okay, taps and donuts, everybody. Well, in New York City, it's a little bit different, but my point is, in major parts of China, you're always going to see a large mall next to a large community of apartments. All right, but there's going to be no people in here. Once again, people are either at work or they're retired and they're home chilling, and it's raining. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit more context on what's happened to this place in the last 5 years. In 2021, when the new real estate policies came out, this was one of the hardest hit areas when it comes to real estate prices. Okay, so at its peak, from its peak, real estate prices here are down about 40%. 40%, that's with a 4. Okay, think about in 2021, at the beginning of COVID, for some reason, people were spending money on real estate. Real estate prices compared to that point 4 years ago, down about 40%. 40%. So a lot of these apartments out here, many of them, I don't want to say many of them, but a number of them are underwater. Okay, taps and donuts, everybody. We'll walk into this mall. Okay, this is, again, not a fancy mall because you're not going to see any Louis Vuittons or Chanels in here. Why? Because this is a very, very chill mall. Thank you forever for the Daily Heart. Everybody, it's past midnight just about in a lot of places, y'all. Almost midnight in the mountain time zone as well. So please make sure y'all get y'all's Daily Heart Me in. For those of you that already passed midnight, get your Daily Heart Me in. Thank you, Melanated. Okay, I can already tell you, there's going to be no people in this mall. Very chill. And hopefully our signal stays good. Let me know in the comments if our signal stays good. Thank you, Jessa. Thank you, Maurice. Okay, very empty mall. But a nice one. I could probably have lunch here, actually. Ashley with a donut. What's up, Ashley? Thank you, El Marie. Now, another reason, or something else, Ashley with the donuts. Thank you, Ashley. You ain't got to do all that. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ashley. Is a signal okay in here? Is the signal okay? We good? All right, we're going to keep moving. All right. The thing about a Chinese, oh man, we got yellow. I don't think the signal's very good. Thank you, Just B. We good? We lagging? Just B with the donuts. Now, okay, we good? I think we're switching a little bit. We good now? Okay. Now, the thing you have to understand about a Chinese mall, and it's probably the same for an American mall as well, is that on the weekdays, during the day, not much business activity going on. So even though it's open, what's up, Lydia? Even though it's open, there's not much commercial activity. They make their money at nights, on weekends, and on major holidays. All right, you see this thing right here. They love to do this. Okay, see, I don't understand the concept of this because this right here is for children. Okay, every single major mall, okay, except the highest and except the most expensive ones, you're always going to have this where you can put the kids on it. But here's the $1 million question. It is Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. The kids are in school. Why is this even operating? Let's keep moving. Now, another thing that you'll realize about China, for those of you that's watched me for a while, is that kind of unlike where I noticed in Japan, and I called this out when I was in Japan, I thought it was very interesting. When I went into a lot of Japanese stores and a lot of Japanese malls, I didn't see nearly the proliferation of American brands as I do see here in China. So you think about the relationship that China, Japan, and the United States have, right? Japan is one of the strongest ally nations of the United States of America. However, when you walk around the streets of Japan, you don't actually see as many American brands. China has a competitive, sometimes even adversarial relationship, according to our politicians back home in America, when it comes to these two countries, China and the United States. Yet you see American brands everywhere here in China. It is everywhere, especially at any decent mall. It is going to be anchored by an American brand. In this case, it's Fila. I would assume this is an American brand. Okay, thank you, Diane. Let's keep it moving, team. And this woman right here, that's JhnenVEE. That's one of the biggest movie stars here in China. All right, let's keep moving. And again, just like everywhere you go in China, freaking selling gold everywhere. This is, again, the same store that we saw in Hong Kong where gold is now a big thing. And I love to explain this to all the Americans that are watching. Okay? I love to explain this to every single American who's watching. Why do Chinese people love to buy gold so much? Right? Why do Chinese people love to buy gold so much? All right, everyone all around the world loves gold, but why do Chinese people in particular and Indian people in particular love to buy gold so much? Does anybody know the answer? Does anybody know the answer, y'all? Why do Chinese people love gold and Indian people love gold? Let me know in the comments. Increase in value. Lisa said, tell us. I will tell you. Because when you go to Japan, and Japan is an East Asian country just like China, Japanese folks do not wear nearly the amount of 24 karat jewelry that Chinese people do. A lot of things that you'll see in Japan is actually 18 karat, more in line with European and American techniques when it comes to jewelry making. Chinese people, Vietnamese people, Thai, they like to keep it very pure. But the reason why Chinese people love to invest in gold, especially at a time like right now, is two particular reasons. Number one, historically speaking, it's a country that's been through a lot of turmoil. Gold, as it is for everywhere all around the world, is of course a storage of value. But when you have a country that's been through so much turmoil in the last 3,000-4,000 years, constant warfare, constant things going on, they love to put their money in things that they can see and touch. Another reason is, again, the Chinese investors here in this country do not have... Are we lagging a little bit? Are we lagging a little bit? Are we lagging? Let me get back in the center. Are we lagging a little bit? Is it good? Are we still lagging? We're inside a mall, so are we okay? We're good? We're good? Okay. All right. Another reason why they love to buy gold is the fact that they just don't have as many things that they can invest in compared to an American or a European. I mentioned this before, and I'll mention this again. We as the United States, all right, our people, we can invest in our 401k, we can invest in the American stock market, we can invest in the European stock market, we could buy bonds from all around the world, we could buy crypto, we could buy real estate anywhere in the world, right? We have a lot of investment options when it comes to being an American citizen, okay? But when you are living in China, there's only so many things that you can invest in. You can only take $50,000 a year out of the country every single year, legally, right? So they can't invest in the world the same way that, man, we're lagging, y'all. We're fucking lagging. We lagging. I'll get back out there into the streets. We lagging. Are we lagging? You good? I'm gonna get back out there into the streets because it's raining. Yeah, Lydia, I'm sorry. Lisa, are we lagging? I saw Lisa coming in and out, so I'm not sure if we were lagging. That's what happens when you're using a VPN. We good? We good, everybody? Are we okay? We good? This is another pain of streaming from China. Sometimes it's just that the internet is good, but sometimes it's either the VPN is bad or when it's raining, it messes with the 5G and it hurts our views. Are we still lagging? We good or we still lagging? We good? Let me know in the comments. Are we still lagging or are we good? We good? We good now? We good? All right. Hi, this is why, like I said, man, when we stream in China, it's always a challenge because we get our views up, we pass 400, and the next thing you know, we lag, we're down to 340. There's a lot of problems with the internet sometimes. All right, it's okay, it's okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying, explaining about the gold. Okay, I'm gonna do it standing out here. So historically, 2 reasons. Number one, a lot of conflicts, a lot of banks have gone under, a lot of things, you know, people just have a desire to invest in things that they could touch and see. So gold historically has always been very valued in China. It's been valued everywhere in the world. But another thing is you have to realize real estate isn't doing well out here in this country. Stock market isn't doing well out here in this country. So if you're an average Joe and you live here in this country, what can you invest in? Right? Outside of gold, what can you invest in? What are your investment options, right? You don't have nearly as many investment options as someone living in America to put your money. And this is a very wealthy country. So this is why there is a gold rush right now in China. Everybody is trying to get their hands on some gold. It is very, very expensive. Buying gold here in China is significantly more expensive than buying it in the United States. Because when you're buying it from these jewelry stores, there's usually a 30 to 40% markup before you even get to the cost of labor, and there's infinite demand for it. People are buying gold left and right out here in this country. All right, we're not gonna mess around with that mall anymore. We're just gonna keep walking, and we'll go get some lunch. All right, does that make sense, everyone? Let's get our views back up, y'all. I'm sorry about the lag. Please keep the comments flowing and share this live stream, everybody. Keep the comments flowing and share this live stream. We have 16. I think we have 18 shares. Keep the comments flowing and share this live stream, everybody. Okay, tap, tap, tap. Share this live stream, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Man, we be lagging. Hopefully we're not lagging no more. JK, thank you for sharing, man. Thank you very much, JK. Feel free to ask me some questions about what it's like to, you know, buildings do look nice, but I think some of y'all missed the view. So we're gonna, once again, we were lagging. This is why, like, sometimes it's tough to run a live stream outdoors sometimes from China because either A, you got a problem with the Wi-Fi, or B, you got a problem with the VPN. And what it does is it hurts the algorithm because we were pushing towards 500 viewers, pushing towards 600-700 viewers, and then it just slows down our momentum because people leave when we lag. So this is, again, another reason. Sometimes you get frustrated streaming out here with the VPN, the 5G, but it's okay. We're going to go to lunch now. So hopefully that explanation made sense. Okay? Shit, I was telling Panda this. I was having dinner with Panda one night, and I was telling her, I was like, look, you know, if you're Chinese and you live in this country, like, there's just not as many investment options, right? I told her, buy precious metals. You know, you always say in America, buy land, buy land. Well, you can't buy land here, right? The land is owned by the government. So the only thing you could do is buy gold, and that's why people buy. See, this is why, like, you have to understand something. This is for all the Americans that are watching. You guys might be seeing me stream from China, and you might be asking yourself, why does everyone have a nice car here in China? Okay, are we still freezing, or is the signal still good? Oh, Uncle Lee, I'm going to answer that question. Are we still freezing, or is the signal good now? Thank you, Bree. Are we still freezing? We good? All right, I'm sorry about the lag a little bit earlier. We good? Okay. Okay, we good? Okay. All right, thank you, Will. Thank you, Trina. Okay. All right. So, Uncle Lee asked me, how much does an apartment out here cost? Will and Laura, this one right here, starting price will be right around $600,000 to $700,000 US dollars. You're looking at $600,000 to $700,000 US dollars to buy an apartment in this building right here. $600,000 to $700,000. JP with the Daily Heart. Everybody, get your Daily Heart me in. In order to rent, you're looking at actually very cheap. about 1,200 to 15. Man, Chris, I got it, man. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Oh, Lisa, you are here. I thought we lost you. We were lagging. And when we lag, our views go down. Just when we were pushing the algorithm. So I'm glad you're back. $600,000 to $700,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment here. And then if you're looking for like a 3-bedroom, it'll probably be like $1 million US dollars. Did she just say that's it? Did that woman just say that's it with a question mark? Thank you, Laura and Chris. I got the CA. Thank you very much, Chris. Did she just say that's it? Did that woman just say that's it? You compare to Honolulu, but the average income here, girl, the average income here is only, I gotta refrain from calling you a different name, but a different moniker. But you gotta understand, the average income in this part of the city is probably only $1,000 a month. When I tell you that the average income here in Shenzhen is $1,500, that's because it's pulled up by the fact that all those people, the average is dragged up by the people that live in downtown and they work in those big fancy financial services jobs. Here in Yantian district, the income is very much lower than downtown. There isn't nearly as many tech jobs. Huawei is not here. Tencent is not here. This is a retirement community. All right, y'all see this apartment right here? Now this right here is a golden apartment. See, like this right here, 20 years ago, this is gonna blow your mind. 20 years ago, and this looks like when the apartment was built 20 years ago. And this has an elevator inside. 20 years ago, you bought an apartment here. Wait for it, for like $50,000. 40 to 50. I'm not even exaggerating. $40 to $50,000 US would have gotten you an apartment here 20 years ago. Like $40 to $50,000. You're facing the ocean, totally unobstructed views. Okay, Ken is still lagging. Go to the next live stream and come back, Ken, if it's still lagging. Because it's probably not just for you as well. It's probably for other people as well. But this is what happens when you're streaming outdoors in the rain, is it messes with your algorithm and it hurts your views. But it is what it is. We're going to keep it moving. Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts. Thank you, Bree. Yeah, swipe out and swipe back in. All right, before we go to lunch, again, check out this view. If I didn't need to be in the city, well, you know what? I'm actually thinking about living out here. This is where we're looking at apartments. Look at this. Freaking beautiful. All right, you guys know why there's a police... You guys know why there's a police station right in the middle of the ocean? You guys know why there's a cops right there? That's a police station. You see all the sirens over there? Anybody know why they got cops in the middle of the ocean? Right there. And it's because that's Hong Kong. They don't want nobody swimming across the border to Hong Kong, and they don't want nobody swimming from Hong Kong to here. Okay. Not so much a problem nowadays because, people 30, 40, 50 years ago, when they wanted a better life for themselves, would swim across the water to go to Hong Kong from mainland China. And there are sharks here. People drowned swimming across bodies of water like this to look for a better life for themselves and their kids 40, 50 years ago. This is when China was very poor. And there are sharks here. People drowned, and nowadays you don't even see any barbed wires around here, but it used to be, people would swim over to Hong Kong when it was still a British colony and China was dirt poor to try to look for a better life. Again, if you are in your 50s and 60s and you're living in China, this is something I would consider for my parents when they retire, because my parents are 61 and 62 years old, and they've been thinking about retirement and about where they're gonna be. If this place wasn't so unaffordable, because $600,000-$700,000 is still a lot of money for an apartment, they would live here. So if they do move back to China, I would advise them to stay here and just rent an apartment in one of these buildings over here, because my dad's gonna have Social Security and he's gonna have Medicare. And I would just tell him to rent an apartment here and live with my mother. Get like a little 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment. Yantian is a very, very well maintained district. Okay, you see in the streets, you don't see as many delivery drivers. You don't see as many. There's not as much rush here in Yantian. It's a lot more tranquil and calm. You know what I'm saying? And this is why young people don't like to be here, because there just isn't as much action going on. What will be your top cities for an American living in China, moving to China? You got to go to Hong Kong, and you got to go to Shenzhen or Beijing or Shanghai or Guangzhou. You can't go wrong with these bigger cities like Chongqing. You can't go wrong. Okay, taps and donuts, everybody. Let's keep it moving. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, you have Social Security. My mom has Social Security. My mom has Medicare. And she never worked after 2002 in China. But my grandma kept on paying. So this is why, like I told you guys this story on live stream before. Okay? Hey, by the way, y'all, I have to geek out over this. Okay? The ultimate status symbol out here in China. Laura, thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you, Laura, for the subscriptions. Thank you, Daniel. The ultimate status symbol out here in China is a Lexus LM minivan. Look at that. This car's badass. $300,000 car. This one right here. $300,000 US for this car right here. Look at this car right here. You can't even buy this car without paying extra over sticker. Y'all remember when I was in Ginza and I was geeking out about how many of these are over in Japan, in Tokyo? Well, that's where they make them. Okay? A lot of Japanese automakers like Toyota and Honda have set up partnerships over here in China with local car manufacturers. So a lot of Hondas and a lot of Toyotas are actually made here in China for the Chinese market. This car right here, still handmade in Japan and shipped out here to China. And you got to pay over sticker just to get your hands on it. The ultimate status symbol. Let's keep it moving. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Trina with the donut. Look at that. A lot of very, very nice homes here, though, in Yantian for a segment of the population that has a lot of spending power. The retired folks. That's beautiful. Trina. It's a lot of mosquitoes in the air because it just rained. And you see that? You see this big glass structure unit? Man, JP with the subscriptions. Thank you, JP and Laura with the subscriptions. Okay? You can't just walk in. You got to register. Very high-end gated community over here. Beautiful. No, I'm using my iPhone. I'm streaming using my... How can I use an Insta360 to stream? I got to have internet. I'm using a SIM card. Signal is a little bit better, I hope. I hate it when we start lagging when we're pushing for more views, because the algorithm doesn't know that you're lagging. The algorithm just see that people are leaving because of the lag, so they think the live stream is not interesting, so it hurts the number of viewers that you have. So I hate it when we lag when we're pushing at the beginning of a live stream for views, but it's okay. We're gonna go grab something to eat. We'll keep walking around. Thank you, JP. Thank you, Laura, for the subscriptions. Hey, if you guys got a free subscription from JP, Big S, or Laura, give them a word of thank you. Man, please tell me we are not frozen, man. There's no way we are frozen. Come on, man. We are not frozen. Are we frozen? I'm trying to get some goose for lunch. Are we frozen? We good? Street over here. So what do you guys think about this neighborhood, though? If you see me, I'm gonna stream Luohu District in right about, it's 2 o'clock right now. I'm gonna stream Luohu District in about 7 hours, okay? And you're gonna see a totally different side of Shenzhen, where it's like totally packed with people, a lot of tourists, a lot of Hong Kong folks. Like, that's a part of Shenzhen where it's just so jam-packed. This right here, like this stream right here, we're just walking around in a very chill neighborhood. Okay, now we are frozen. Man. Taps and donuts, everybody. Are we frozen? Are we frozen? We good? Let me try something real quick. Okay, let me try something real quick to see if I can fix this. Okay, let me try something real quick to see if I can fix the signal issue. Okay, let me try something real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn off a different SIM card that I think is interfering with my signal. Okay, let me try something real quick, team. Hold on. We good? We good, everybody? Are we okay? I think this is gonna fix it. Okay, so I turned off my different SIM card. I think this is gonna fix it. Are we okay now? We should be okay now. I think this is gonna fix it. So I turned off a different SIM card. I was using dual SIM. I'm sorry, JP. You froze the live stream. That's what you did. Thank you very much, JP. We should be good. All right. We good? All right, cool. Let's keep walking. Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts. We good? Are we okay? Nana with the donuts. Nah, we should be all right. We should be okay now. We good? All right. Let's just get back to it. I think we should be okay. All right, cool. All right. See this right here? Y'all see this big ass pickup truck right here? Purely electric. No diesel. Pure electric. Look at that big battery pack over there. That's made by BYD. The same company that makes these small taxis that are all over the streets of China. This entire pickup truck. You see how it makes no noise whatsoever when it moves? See that? Hardly any engine noise. All electric. This is why the air quality is so good in this part of Shenzhen. All electric. So this is, you think about, again, this is something that I want you guys to understand. The reputation that China has around the world right now is that it's a country that has a political system very different from ours. Right? That's the way we like to look at it. But you have to understand, China actually is very, very competitive and very advanced in a lot of different fields that, frankly, compared to us, they're ahead of us in quite a number of ways. Thank you for the donuts. They're very competitive compared to a lot of different things that we have in the United States, right? So this is what I advise for everybody who's watching this, is when you kind of watch China through the lens of my camera, try to peel the layers a little bit and understand the country from a human being living perspective. It's not so much politics or, communism versus democracy. It's more of a, how are the people living out here, And when you're here in Shenzhen, you can just see, like, it's the city is a very well planned, it was a very well laid out, very well designed place. You know what I mean? Like, it's a nice place. You feel me? And when you're walking around and you're just like, look at how wide these streets are compared to when we were in Hong Kong a couple days ago. Thank you, Jeff, for the donuts. We were in Hong Kong about a week ago. Thank you, Jeff. And you can see, like, all the streets in Hong Kong was super narrow. It was super tight, right? Being out here in Shenzhen, and you just realize, like, it's a nice place to live. You know what I'm saying? It may not be as fancy as Hong Kong, but it's a nice place to live and raise a family if you can afford it, Cats and donuts, everybody. What's up, Jeff? We're just chilling. We're trying to cross the street and get to lunch. I haven't had lunch yet. Signals should be a little bit better now. We turned off our other SIM card. We should have a better signal now. We have a better signal. What's up, Jeff? We have a better signal. We're having some goose. Well, the plan is we're gonna have some goose. If I could find it. I need to find the place. So again, it's been a year since I've been here. I gotta find the place. Again, I gotta be able to find the place well. I haven't been here in a year. I gotta keep walking till I find it. Hopefully the signal stays good. Let's keep walking. Will, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Man, thank you, Will. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, that's crazy. Thank you, Will. Damn, that's crazy. Yo, we trying to make Live Pro this month. Like, for real, man. We're trying to make Live Pro this month, and we're close. Like, it is possible. We could possibly make Live Pro by the end of this month. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he just reached level 38. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. Let's go. That's our 4th TTU of the night. Where is that woman? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Oh, there she is. There she is. I'm glad she saw this because she sent us 3 earlier tonight. Will with the 4th one. We're trying to make Live Pro this month. Like, real talk. We're trying to push for Live Pro this month because we think it's possible to do it. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Will. And thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, JP. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, everybody. We're trying to make Live Pro. We're trying to make Live Pro this month. Like, for real. We're getting close. Lynn with the donut. You know, these days, since, you know, we do a lot of battles, I'm not even used to getting these crazy gifts on, I'm not even used to getting these crazy gifts when we're just walking. So it is a total surprise. I mean, when I'm battling and, you know, it's a competitive game, I can understand how we get in these big gifts to try to win. But, like, when we're just walking down the streets, I know. Hey, listen, everybody. This woman was getting dropped on by Eddie 2 nights ago. Thank you so much for still doing what you did, even though we was getting dropped on. I see that tower right there, right out there in the distance. Traditional Chinese tower. This is actually not old. This is a modern tower. Believe it or not, you can't even climb that tower. Fun fact, you can't even climb that tower. You can't even go up to that tower because it's controlled by border. So the people that run that land over there is border control and customs. So you can't even walk up there. This is land that they own. Thank you, JSOR. It's exclusive government land. All right, we're going to keep walking around. Now, again, as you get out of the beach area, as you get out of the oceanfront area, okay, and you are getting away from all these skyscrapers, all these big apartment buildings, you come into the typical living area here in Yantian district, which again is a very quiet neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a very, very quiet neighborhood with a lot of older homes. Jeff with the donuts. Man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Will. Thank you, JP, Laura, man, Jeff. Thank y'all so much. Okay, thank you. We're really trying to make, I think the channel deserves to be TTU. I'm sorry, I think the channel deserves to be Live Pro because we have actual content. We make good content. So I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep making more content. Hopefully better days to come. Okay, now this right here is pretty representative of what this entire neighborhood looked like 30 years ago. Okay, you see these older homes and the rusted out bars on the window. These are all homes from the late 90s and the early 2000s. Okay, so before all these big new skyscrapers came out, okay, this is where the people lived, in these older homes. Okay, and again, just like the story in the other parts of China, when we were streaming last night and you guys saw in the streets last night, we did about 3.5 hours yesterday on the streets, and you saw all those older neighborhoods that we walked into where all those buildings are coming down, they're being torn down. Yantian is next. The reason why they haven't really done it to these neighborhoods yet is because the commercial demand for the land here is not as heavy as it is in downtown Shenzhen, which makes sense, right? Because downtown Shenzhen is where all the prime real estate in the city lies. Everyone wants to be downtown. These probably have another 15 to 20 years. What the Chinese government, what a lot of these local city governments are doing is that they're now doing this thing where they're adding fresh paint, they're adding elevators, and they're focusing on renovation. So some of these homes, if they're structurally sound, they may be up for like another 20, 30 years. Okay, so this is a big fundamental difference when you look at American real estate versus Chinese real estate. And you have to remember, my family lives in a home that was built in 1994, and the house looks beautiful. It's well maintained. It's a small house, but it's very beautiful. It's well maintained. It's just a very nice home. It was 31 years old. The house is almost as old as me. But in China, a lot of these homes that were built in the 90s are very poor quality. Are very, very poor quality. When it comes to the plumbing, when it comes to the paint job, you can see all the mold that's built right up here. Let me show you. You see that right up there? Okay, this is, I mean, it's common throughout China, not just here. It's common throughout China. You can see the facade over here. Thank you, Joy. You see all that? Okay, there's a lack of upkeep. Exactly. So the thing it is now is, but there's nothing to be ashamed of, because a lot of these are very old neighborhoods. Okay, and by the way, as this, you see this car right here, as it's going into this neighborhood, it's honking to try to get the door to open. Okay, what do you notice versus Japan? You remember when we were in Japan, the freaking cars were impeccable. Like, you could eat lunch off of the cars in Japan. Okay, not so much with a lot of the work vehicles here in China. And it's not, it's not really China. You're not really knocking on China. It's just that here, a lot of things from an appearance perspective is a little bit more raw. It's a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little bit more, like, it's just not as, like Japan, it feels like the appearance of it is so much nicer, but the substance here in China, it exists, but it's just like, it's just not as well packaged as what you see in Japan. You know, like you can see a lot of trucks, a lot of work trucks, man, they dirty as hell. Eat off of it, man. You gonna go see God the next day if you go eat off of that truck over here in China. But it's like, it all gets done. So in the next 20 years, a lot of these older homes that you see here, they're actually gonna get repainted, they're gonna get remodeled, and they're gonna add elevators, because these don't have elevators at the moment. And a lot of them are actually gonna be around for a long time. But it's in the prime real estate areas in the center of downtown where they're gonna tear all these down and change it with new high rises. Okay, so I actually expect this to be around for quite a while, and it's expensive to move the people out. Okay, it's like every family that's here, they're waiting for compensation if you're tearing down their home. So this is why I anticipate these are going to be around for a while. Now, this is another thing that you'll notice right out here in Shenzhen when we're out in the areas that's a little bit further from downtown. is you're gonna see these rentable scooters. You're never gonna see this downtown in Shenzhen. Why? High density population. They don't want you running around in this and running into somebody. Okay, who's the legal liability? Is the company gonna pay? Are you gonna pay? Right? The liability is different. All right, so when you're looking at all this stuff over here, you have to realize, man, JP, what the hell was that? What the hell was that, JP? What was that, JP? What was that? Thank you, JP. What was that? Fist bump indeed. Thank you so much, JP. Lisa, meet JP. Hey, Lisa, meet JP. A guy who's been supporting us for a long time. So you could ride it when you're out here in the suburbs, but not so much when you are in the frickin', you can't do it when you're in the main core urban area. Okay? Taps and donuts. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I swear, everybody, we literally have a chance to get to Live Pro this month. We are well within striking distance. We're not there yet, but I'm thinking, I gotta check after this live stream is over, but I'm telling y'all, we are within striking distance of Live Pro this month. I hate to keep emphasizing on it. We're gonna keep it moving. Taps and donuts, everybody. Okay, taps and donuts. Yeah, and you don't see this as much. This is also another thing I think China and Thailand and all Vietnam has in common. As you saw this a lot in Thailand, is you're gonna have, y'all see this right here, a lot of stores that are opening, a lot of these shops, a lot of these vendors that are selling their products right outside the back of their truck in the streets. This type of stuff, when you're in Beijing, when you're in Shanghai, where they really care about the appearance of their city, you don't really get to see that as much because they want to keep the cities clean. But here in the outer areas, you can come out here and sell whatever you want. Okay, and this is also another thing, like when you're in Chongqing or when you're in Chengdu, a lot of these lower tier cities, the tier 2 cities, the tier 1.5 cities, right? It's not as demanding from a city appearance perspective. You could set up, you could be a farmer, you could come into the city, you could sell your products. But when you're in Shanghai, when you're in Beijing, they want to keep the streets clean. This is the restaurant I go to all the time when I'm here. 3 years ago, when I started doing TikTok and YouTube, specifically YouTube, I told you guys, I used to come out here all the time by myself, late at night. I would take a 1-hour subway ride from where I used to live. I would come out here all by myself just to clear my head, sit next to the ocean, and think about the future. This was in the middle of COVID, where life was very, very difficult. It was a very, very difficult time when I was living here by myself during COVID. A lot of things were inaccessible. I used to come out to this restaurant all the time. It's run by a husband and wife. They have a little baby girl, okay? And we're gonna order some food right now. It is a goose restaurant that specializes, we specialize in goose. Okay, we got all the goose you want. 有肝吗？有鹅肝有吗？没有肝了是吧？你这边 And you see everything on the menu is remember 7 to 1, 7 yuan to $1. Everything on this menu is less than $5. You see anything on this menu that's more than 35 yuan? Everything is less than $5. So we're gonna get 我来个那个鹅腿，对，鹅腿饭可以吗？可以啊。好久不见，你好。你好。Long time no see. I'll eat here. 我在这边吃。他那个鹅腿，把那个鹅腿的那个酱放在旁边，我不用浇上去。哦。对，就不用浇上去。然后多给我点蔬菜。哦。多给我点蔬菜。OK， 一个鹅腿饭，多给我点这个蔬菜。OK， 谢谢。And they got a little place over here to wash your hands. Very sanitary. This is the mother right here. She's got a baby. She's got a little baby daughter. She's at school right now. But as a husband and wife restaurant, they run this restaurant out here by themselves. I always eat here every time I'm here. Now, they specialize in pig ears, goose, okay? All types of goose. And they also have some fish dishes over here. Look at all the vegetables she's giving me. Well, $5.20, David Ortiz. Okay, $5.20. Look at all the fish they have here. Beautiful. For all the bougie ones in the crowd, would you like to eat here? Would you guys come into this restaurant right here? Would you guys think about coming to this restaurant here? Yeah? Let me see y'all. Will, I know you will. Now the question, you gonna get white rice, Jeff? Are y'all gonna be here? JP said yes. See, here's the question. Is Lisa gonna come here? To this hole-in-the-wall type of restaurant. Thank you, Vader. Michelle said no. What's up, Vader? Janice said no. Yeah, but I'm not bougie, though. I'm not saying you're bougie. I'm not saying you're bougie. I'm just wondering if you would eat out here. We're gonna actually get some pig ears as well. I don't want to fill up on too much protein, but it's raining today, so they don't have the tables outside set up. But usually I eat out here by myself on this table. A lot of great memories here, man. At a time when in your life I was kind of down. You know, we say down bad in a battle. I was kind of down bad in life. What's your turn? I'm gonna sit right here. What's your turn? Thank you. 谢谢你。我是那个鹅腿是吧？对。好，谢谢。没有鹅肝了是吧？
鹅肝只有那个小肝的粉干卖完了。
OK。鹅胗有吗？
鹅胗有。
在哪里啊？
前面这个。
Which one？
这个。
哦，这个是卖一个还是半个？
一个25。
一个25，我来一个鹅胗。Let me get one of those. Let me get a gizzard. And look at all that bacon meat over there. Look at that. Woo! Man, that's good eating over here. There's a little convenience store over here right next door. You know, just honest families running honest businesses, just people trying to make a living. And, you know, this is really the story of being here in this country and being really anywhere in the world. Is you got these places, man. When I'm out here, I try to support these small restaurants as much as I can because they cook good food. It's a husband, once again, husband and wife. Okay, this dude has lost a lot of weight, but husband and wife, check this out. Look at this. You see how my gizzard is going into this pan? They're going to heat it up. Okay, this is actually, I know this doesn't look super appetizing, but it's good marinade juice over here. This is good marinade juice over here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, y'all see this right? This is good marinade juice. Look at that. So what he's doing is he's heating it up. Okay, and you see the leg over there? That's good eat. Look at that. And he's waiting. He's going to do it for like 30 seconds, and then he's going to take it out, and he's going to chop it up. You see how our views go up when we don't lag? I think what I do from now on when I'm outside streaming is I'm going to turn off my other SIM card. My other SIM card is messing with my signal. Because sometimes the two SIM cards are competing for a signal, and it ends up being that it messes with my signal. So I'm going to turn off my other SIM card. Taps and donuts, everybody. JK, that TTU definitely fixed it. But it's not just about the TTU, because Lisa dropped 3 of them. I think it's the fact that when we're outside, we just can't lag. When we lag, we lose viewers. And then the algorithm thinks that live stream is boring, and then we just keep losing viewers, and then it just doesn't push as much. You feel me? And look, and you see how they wear gloves out here? That's what I'm telling you guys, man. Like, it's a nice, good eating type of restaurant. Look at all. Wait for our cooking show. I'm telling you guys right now, wait for our cooking show, ladies and gentlemen. Once we start cooking, we're gonna get views. We're gonna get new people in here once we start cooking, because people all around the world love food. They love food. Okay, wait till we start cooking. Our cooking show is gonna be professional. Wait for the cooking show to start. We're gonna get everything ready. Damn, how long is this gonna take? Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts, team. Taps and donuts, y'all. So we're just waiting for the food to be chopped up. Taps and donuts, team. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at that gizzard. Look at that gizzard. You see how the intestine is still attached to it? I'll be eating crazy, man. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you, Blue, for the daily heart. Now that's good eating right there. And my entire lunch is going to cost me less than $12. Less than $12 US for this entire lunch. goose lizard. That's goose gizzard. And the thing is, I wanted to order liver, but it was fully sold out. Look at that. Oh. 多来点蔬菜，多来点蔬菜。I told her to give me more vegetables. Thank you, Leslie Ann, for the daily heart. $12. $12 US, ladies and gentlemen, for all this. 谢谢，我拿个米饭，多来点米饭。And that's white vinegar over here. This is marinade juice over here. Look at that. $12. So this is why I used to come out here all the time, because I could have a very nice meal and not break the wallet. Because remember, when I first started this live stream and when I first started doing social media, I went 2 years with no income. There was a 2-year period in my life where I was investing in the channel, I was traveling, I was making new videos. I had 0 income. So I would come out here and get a very inexpensive meal. I would sit along the ocean and I would just think about next steps, about what I wanted to do with my life and how was I gonna, man, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I'm 156 pounds, man. I'm 156 pounds. What you mean? There's a lot of carbs right here. What you mean? What you mean? Look at all the carbs over here. I'm not lying. Look at all the carbs over here. I'm 150. Man, y'all don't believe me. I'm 156 pounds. I'm all muscle, though. I'm 156 pounds. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 156 pounds. All right. Do y'all want to watch me eat or do y'all want me to come back later? Okay, let me know. Do y'all want me to watch me eat or y'all want to come back? Y'all want me to come back later? What y'all want me to do? We eating? Hey, by the way, Big S, JP, I'm glad you got to meet Lisa. You guys are Uncle Lee and everybody who's here. Y'all support the channel every day. I'm glad y'all got to meet because she was doing it all by herself a couple days ago and she felt kind of bad. But we have a lot of great supporters of the channel and I've never seen that pyramid thing before, streaming here on TikTok. I've never seen it before. So thank you very much, JP. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all sure y'all want to see me eat? You're not going to get bored watching me eat? Gotta give this a try, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the amount of fat that's still left on here. I know, Jeff. They have the pyramid. They have the pharaoh. All right, let's get after it then. Let's see how this is. Let's see if it's still as good as I remember. Hey, give me a碗，可以吗？一个碗，可以。好，谢谢。Amazing. Now check this out. Man, you be eating that. You be eating American food, man. Will, it's nothing to be envious of. You be eating that American food. Oh, I saw your text message. I saw your text message. There's nothing to be scared of. Now check out the texture of this right here. That's gizzard. Look at that. Go get yourself some crab rangoon. Chris, we're having goose. Goose liver. I'm sorry. Goose intestines. This is goose intestines right here. Gizzard from a goose. Man, y'all are ready for the cooking show. Y'all are ready for the cooking show, y'all. Y'all are ready for the cooking show. I know this for a fact. Y'all are ready for the cooking show, team. You guys are ready for the cooking show. You guys are fucking ready, man. Pardon my language, but you guys are ready for the cooking show. I could see it. I could see it, team. You guys are ready. Now, how many of y'all watching this at freaking 3 a.m. in the morning and you're hungry? How many of y'all hungry watching this at 3 a.m. in the morning? You know, the gizzard is kind of a... JP, you hungry? Oh, well, 8:50. Well, you just had dinner. I just saw your text message. While we do our cooking show, we're gonna cook this on live stream. That's not that hard. You just have to have the proper equipment. You have to have fresh ingredients and the sauce. This is not that hard. It's not that hard to do this. Now look at the texture of this goose leg over here. See how this is marinated. Hey, Will, JP is from the New York, New Jersey area. He's from the New York, New Jersey area. And Lisa's from Hawaii. Jeff is from LA. Well, he's from the islands, but he lives in LA. Hey, come on, y'all. Y'all, let me know if anybody wants to call in. Let me know if anybody wants to call in while I finish this meal. And we could chat. It's gotta be somebody I recognize. Make a request. I gotta spit out the bones. I forgot to tell them, don't cut the bones. Oh, check this out. Ooh! American people's favorite. Look at that. Look at that. Blood, baby. Goose blood. Look at that. Eee. That's goose blood. Look at that. That's not no chocolate. It's goose blood. Y'all don't like goose blood? Wait, how many of y'all in America would actually try goose blood? How many of y'all would try this? Blood. Angela said no. He said hell no. Man, let me tell y'all, man. Let me tell you guys something. Because we Americans, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all all saying no because we Americans have an abundance of food in our country. Starve your ass for 2 weeks. Starve your ass for 2 weeks and you will eat anything. You're going to eat a piece of shit off the ground. I'm for real. Starve your ass for 2 weeks. You will pick up a piece of shit from the ground and you will eat it. Because we live in the land of abundance. JP, what is that? What are these things, JP? JP, what are these things that you're sending? I've never seen these before. The burger truck Warren sent it earlier, but I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at Damien's score. Let's go. Thank you, JP. Thank you, JP. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all be eating too good all your entire life. Starve your ass for 2 weeks. You'll take a piece of shit off the ground and you will eat it. Yes, how's this? This is okay? Is that okay? Amazing. You eat it with the skin. Thank you, Angela. Even though the skin is very fatty, you eat it with the skin. Now, my parents are good, Maggie. They're recovering from COVID, but they're okay. They're okay. They're just recovering from COVID. Very good. Vader, thank you. Do you guys want me to get some pig ears? 哎，一个猪耳朵多少？
啊？
猪耳朵怎么卖？
一个30，
半个呢？
半个15。
给我来半个。
好。
Let me get some pig ears. Let me get some pig ears. Let's try some pig ears together. I'm not even feeling no pig ears right now, but I want to. Let's go. Let's get some pig ears. You really want me to say that? You really want me to tell him? I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Tim, yes, I am. I am in Community Fest. That's right. Tim, yes, I am. All right. Listen, everybody. The amazing Miss Queen, Lisa herself, would like me to relay a message that she needs help. That she needs help. When we are battling the biggest live pros on this app, she said to tell everybody she needs help. Okay? She can't do it by herself. She needs help from all of you guys when she is, because she was playing by herself. We felt bad because she was playing by herself against Eddie like 2 days ago. And Eddie just went crazy. And she was like, she had a few people helping her, but she was pretty much playing by herself. And I told her, he doesn't always have smoke like that. He had smoke that one night. He doesn't always have smoke. Thank you, Ethereal. Wait for the pig ears to come out. There's too much protein now. I feel like I'm eating too much protein. But I gotta do some of this pig ear with you guys. But you gotta admit though. You gotta admit. Thank you. Look at this. That's pig year. The year of a pig. How many of Americans have ever had pig year before in their life? Don't you guys ever wonder what we do? Will has had it. How many Americans have had pig year before? Melanated Sister has. Raindrop has. Oh, a lot of you guys have had it. Okay. See, we Uncle Lee's had it. Check out this pig ear right here. That's the year of a pig. Look at that. Chris said no thanks. Chris, listen, Chris. This is gonna make real appetizing for you, okay? I want you to use your hand and I want you to touch your ear. And you feel this part of your ear where it's kind of hard, but it's also kind of soft. See how it's got a shape? That's that white part right here. That's that white part right here. I want you to touch it. He had it in, Uncle Lee had it in Beijing. I want you to touch your ear, okay? You see this part right here? So good. You know, it kind of tastes like pig ear tastes a lot like pig feet. Mmm. Mmm. He said I was hungry now. I lost my appetite. Stop hating. You gotta be more open-minded. Stop hating. See, again, this is why when I started doing my live streaming, I kind of realized how sheltered we Americans are when it comes to food. We're very sheltered. I'm telling you, man, we've had food for a long time in America. We're never hungry. If your ass is hungry, pig ears. Motherfucker, if I gave you a cockroach ear, you would eat it. I'm eating some cockroaches. We suffer from having too much in our life. You know, I'll tell you this, though. You see, this is a lot of... I want y'all to understand, like... You think living in America, we don't have access to these things? We do. If you live in, like, New York, San Francisco, or Hawaii, where there's a large amount of Asians, Seattle, everything that you see in my live stream, you have access to. You can find it. Like, real talk, you can find it. You can find shark fin, maybe not shark fin, but you can find bird nest soup, you can find a fish maul, you can find pig ears at your local Chinese grocery store if you just know where to look. So it's like a lot of the things that I show you guys here on TikTok, you might say, well, I'm never going to find it in America. But you can. Thank you, Celeste, with a daily heart. Look at that. See that white part? I want you to touch your own ear. Uncle Lee with the daily heart. Uncle Lee. Look, y'all, look at this shit right here. You see how as soon as the clock hits 12 a.m. in the morning, you guys see that? As soon as the clock hit 12 a.m. in the morning, Uncle Lee got his daily heart me in. On the West Coast, as soon, that's how you know he loves the channel so much. He's watching us every single day, supporting us. As soon as the clock hit 12 a.m., he got his, and look at Warren right behind him. Maggie. Me and Will both had it. Can you guys hear the chewing? Y'all hear the chewing? Andy, all the time. Oxtail is very inexpensive in Asia. It's very popular in Latin food. It's also very popular in Chinese and Japanese food as well. Me and Will actually had oxtail when we were in Thailand. I'm sorry, not in Thailand. When we were in Macau, we had oxtail. Yes, I'm in North Carolina right now. I'm in Chapel Hill. I'm on the campus of the University of North Carolina right now. You are a genius. That's exactly where I am. I'm in North Carolina. I don't know how you guessed, but that's exactly right. I'm giving you guys a tour of the campus of the University of North Carolina. You are a genius. That's exactly where I am. I'm in North Carolina. Oh shit, I just realized I'm using the wrong end of the chopstick.
Sorry. I just realized this. That's kind of nasty. Let me get a new pair of chopsticks. I didn't even realize that. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't even notice that. Did you guys notice it the whole time? Did y'all see it the whole time? I was using the wrong end of the chopsticks. Sorry. JK, you didn't say nothing. JK, you noticed it, you didn't say anything. Look at this piece of, I'm an imposter Asian. That's exactly right. You know, Lisa, when they were hating on me last year, they called me a banana. They called me a banana man. They called me a lot of names. You think I cried about it? I said, hell no. Look at this. That's pure fat from the pig ear. Pure collagen. I'm telling you guys, give this food a chance. You know, Chinese food, just like Japanese food in America, we think it's like California roll. Give authentic Asian food a chance. It's actually really good. Very different from what you see in a Chinese restaurant in America. Although I will say this, I was back in America for about 2 months, from March to May. When I was in America, I observed everywhere I went, because I've been away for 6 years. And I realized America is actually becoming a place now where you can find some really authentic and high quality Chinese food. Like, I remember back then, when I was a kid, you have to understand, 20, 30 years ago, when you think about a Chinese restaurant in America, okay, most of it was a menu that was designed specifically for Americans. So you think about a crab rangoon, you think about, you know, egg rolls and sweet and sour chicken and all those things. It's actually designed specifically for Americans. They don't really eat that as much here in China as they do in America. But, and also, usually it's Cantonese food, because the earliest immigrants to America from China were Cantonese. Well, now that mainland China has become wealthy over the last 20 years, you actually see a lot more hot pot. You see a lot more mala tang, which is a hot and spicy soup that you dip your raw food in. You see a lot more hot pot. You see a lot more mala tang. You see a lot more barbecue, Chinese barbecue. So Chinese food in America has actually become a lot more diverse in the last 20 years, thanks to the amount of influence that China has gained on the world stage over the last 20 years. When I went to Chicago in 2004, and you walk around Chinatown in Chicago, the food was all the same, all Cantonese food. Now you walk around Chinatown in New York, and you go to Chinatown in Chicago or San Francisco or Hawaii, wherever it is you go, Toronto, it is so much more diverse than 20 years ago. So much more diverse. So many more different regional cuisines from China. You can find them in Chinatowns. You can find them all throughout cities with major Chinese populations. Back then, it really was, everything was the same. It was just like, everything was like crab rangoon, egg roll, you know, Mongolian beef, shrimp lo mein. That's all you had. Now you can actually get some especially if you live in New York, New Jersey, you know, that type of area in America, you can eat some very, very high quality Chinese food. Very good. Get your day. What are you guys doing not asleep? Jesus. 3 a.m. on the East Coast. I'm telling y'all, I have made up my mind, y'all. The last couple of weeks, the last couple of days, you guys have made me make up my mind. Oh, Jeff, what did you say? I'm not surprised, Jeff. I have made up my mind. From now on, I'm going to try to do more live streams at this time, y'all. I'm like, real talk. Usually I say I want to be off live stream by 2 a.m. Eastern, 1:30 a.m. Eastern. Like, because I figured you guys are all going to sleep. You're not going to watch TikTok. The last couple of days, I realized a lot of y'all are staying up very late. You are night owls. Well, for you in Hawaii is different. So you will love it, the fact that I'm going to be streaming at this time. But I'm going to do more live streams at this time, y'all. I'm going to do more live streams at this time. I might even move my food show to this time right here. Like, real talk. I think I might move my food show to this time. That's a lot of people. Yeah. We got a food show coming up. I'm serious. I might do that. I'm serious, man. I'll do my battles at nighttime. I'll finish it. And then by, let's say, 2 a.m. in the morning, 1:30 a.m. in the morning, I'll do a food show. And then late at night in China, I'll walk around the streets. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. So morning time USA, I will do some walks from outdoors. That's not a bad idea at all. Not bad. You're having breakfast with me at 3 a.m. in the morning? She called me an imposter Asian. Called me a different name yesterday. Called me an imposter Asian today. We don't know what tomorrow has in store. That's crazy. Called me a different name yesterday. Called me an imposter Asian today. That's crazy. The sauce, they have two sauces. Number one sauce is called the marinade sauce. You can see the grease. Y'all see the layer of grease that's on top of that sauce? Okay, that's goose fat. That's goose fat sauce. This other sauce is white vinegar. This one right here, this is white vinegar. I'm actually gonna finish these pig ears, man. These are amazing. This is probably the most uninteresting thing here is this one right here. This is the most bland thing right here, is gizzard. JP, thank you, JP. JP, thank you so much. I never saw the pyramid before today. And I never saw that food truck until Will sent it earlier tonight. I'm sorry, Warren sent it earlier tonight. So thank you so much, JP. You have a great night. It's late out there. You have a great night. Lisa. Let's go, JP. Thank you, JP. Lisa, you just met JP. He bad. They call him Big S. He bad. JP, thank you. Have a great night in Jersey. See you soon. Let me see what our gift gallery situation is. Because JP just lit up the Leon. 11 out of 18 already. Perfect. Only 7 more things. We're gonna light it up. The most difficult things are already lit up. That's the Lion and the TTU. It's already been lit up. You know, there was actually a period of time for me when I was streaming, even in the last couple of months when we were battling, where every single week I'm unable to light up the TTU. There was like a 1 month period where we didn't have any TTUs. We were unable to, we lit up everything else, but we just couldn't light up the TTUs. Someone trying to make me cry. Remember what I said. When we are out in the streets, when we're outside, we do not battle. I do not battle when I'm out here in the streets. Oh, she's so mad. She's like, why nobody helping me 2 days ago? Somebody trying to make me cry, y'all. Somebody trying to make me cry on live stream. That ain't good. They trying to make me cry. Somebody trying to make me cry on live stream. Called me a word yesterday I won't repeat. Called me imposter Asian. Let's see what tomorrow has in store. But bro, come over to China and get it yourself. And baby, I was just in America. I was there for 2 months. From March till May, I was in the United States. I was there. Oh, also, at about somebody keeps telling me in Chinese, your rice is getting cold. Get a fried rice made. Get a fried rice made. So hear me out, everybody. On Tuesday morning at 8:30, 9 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to do a live stream from Luohu District in Shenzhen. Okay? That's about 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Make sure y'all tune in at 9 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. No, I didn't leave America because of Trump. I left America because my channel is based in Asia. It's based in China, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam. Like, I do my content from out here in Asia. So, yeah, that's the reason why I'm here. You know, I don't have anything political to say on live stream. You know, I'm actually going to take you guys to Wuhan. This is a place that I wanted to go and stream from, but I never had a chance to make it there. I'm going to take you guys to Wuhan as well. One of my favorite cities to stream from in China. One of my favorite cities to visit. Never been to Kyrgyzstan. I think Chuck is right, man. I don't think I'm gonna finish all this. What I did finish was the pig year. I finished all that. What I don't think I'm gonna finish is all the goose. This is a lot of meat. What? I'm getting very full, man. That's a lot of food, Brandon. How you doing, Brandon? It's a lot of food. No, I love it. It's just too much food. If I wasn't with you guys, I would sit here for another hour and just slowly eat it, but I can't keep wasting y'all's time. I want to keep showing you guys a little bit more of the city. That's why I'm probably not going to be able to eat it all. So, I'm glad you asked that question. I've had no fewer than 200 people reach out to me since I started streaming, asking me to give them a personal tour. I don't think of it as a business. I'm not really trying to run a tour company. But I always tell people who are very near and dear to the channel, who support us a lot, I encourage them to come out here to China. And I told them I would give them a personal tour if they were to come out here. And I would give them a tour for free, like I did with Mr. Will. I mean, obviously Mr. Will treated me very well when he was here, but I would love to give you guys who are supporting the channel every day, you know, showing up for me and really supporting me. I would love to give you guys a tour of Hong Kong and China, and we could fly to some places as well. I offered this to Uncle Will. I offered this to I offered this to Uncle Lee. I offered it to Will. He took me up on it. I offered up to Warren. It's a lot of people I would love. Lydia, I would love it if Marlene, Lydia, and that woman who keeps on calling me names in Hawaii. I offered it to her. Her tour is gonna be a little bit different, but you get my point. Taps and donuts, everybody. Look at that. I will. I'll go to dinner with you when we're in Wuhan. Maggie with the donut. Thank you, Maggie. I mean, it depends on who it is and how far we go. Jen. Kevin with the tiny diny. I see you, Kevin. All right, let's pay the bill and let's get out of here. I know, Kevin. It's been a minute. Kevin, check this out. Dark chocolate. I'm still going strong, Kevin. I've been here. Kevin, great to see you, man. I'm still going strong. I'm still doing my thing. You've been watching me for a long time. I'm still going strong.
八郎鱼是吧？吃鱼对。Yeah. 对。
Goose blood.
给我搞多一点青菜。
Brandon, you don't like
加点
this?
咸的可以多少钱？
那个挺大的是，
那个咸菜不要，
不全大是吧？
青菜。
That's my favorite. Brandon, you don't like this? Mr. Mung.
18给我打20
Brandon, you don't like this?
多一点这个青菜。
You don't like this, Brandon?
微信收款20元。
Ah. Ah. What on this menu? What on this menu? What did I just have for lunch? Would you guys eat versus not eat? Man, I'm slapping somebody if they say rice, man. Don't play with me. But anything else, all the proteins, what would you guys eat versus not eat? Let me know, y'all. I'm serious. I'm slapping somebody if they say rice. Don't play with me, okay? But like literally everything I just had, the pig ear, the blood, the goose blood, the goose gizzard. Because JK, you know how some smart ass is gonna say rice. Taps and donuts, everybody. Taps and donuts, team. Taps and donuts. You would eat anything. Mostly everybody is saying everything. Chef with the donuts, the veggies. Anything. You try anything once. Try anything once, huh? Try anything once? Have a great night, brother, man. It's late out there, man. It's 3:26, man. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. You know I'll be back in the morning. You know I'll be streaming in the morning. I'll be streaming from the streets. As long as it stops raining, I'll be streaming in the morning. Get some sleep, man. Hey, Will, thank you, man. That was the 4th TTU tonight, man. Lisa hit us with 3 of them. That was the 4th one. Thank you. Thank you, Will. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Brandon, all the time. I have that all the time. I try not to eat it too much though, Brandon, because it gives me upset stomach sometimes. Because it's so fatty. There's so much collagen. There's so much fat and cholesterol in it. I try not to eat it that much because it makes my stomach. It tastes good, but it kind of messes with my stomach. So I don't eat it that much. Just try anything once. Hey, you guys know the rhythm that we're doing this only food, huh? I thought you were talking about some other stuff. Listen to me, y'all. When we are not battling, we don't battle. So when we do our food show, it's gonna be the exact same type of vibe. You understand? It's gonna be the exact same type of vibe when we do our cooking show. We're not gonna be interrupted by any battles. We're just gonna stay focused on the food. We're gonna stay focused on the cooking, and we're gonna stay focused on the banter. Thank you, Joshua 520 with the roses. So I'm telling y'all, get ready for the food show because it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. It's gonna be like unlike anything you've ever seen. Thank you, Josh, man. Thank you, Josh, for all the roses, man. It's gonna be unlike anything you've ever seen. Thank you, Josh. Out here on TikTok, I promise. Y'all gotta follow the channel if you haven't. Man, much love, Josh. Thank you, Josh, man. Much love. Man, I'm done, man. I'm not gonna eat anymore. I'm done. But you guys have kind of convinced me, man. I think it's a good idea if I start streaming at this time a little bit more. That was definitely an imposter Asian moment right there. Dropping my bowl. Yeah, that was an imposter Asian moment. Done. 아, 一共多少？
75。
I thought this lunch was gonna be $12. I was wrong. How much you think this lunch cost? Have a great night. Have a great night, Brandon. Have a great night, Brandon. How much y'all think this? Nah, there's no coupon at this restaurant. I'm not gonna use a coupon at a mom and look. I'm not gonna use a coupon at a mom and pop restaurant, man. That's crazy. This is a hard-working husband and wife running a small restaurant. I don't use coupons here. I use coupons at the big chain restaurants. You feel me? I use those types of coupons. In those places I use coupons. Not here. Not here. The final bill was 75 yuan. So 75 yuan. Okay, so this lunch is gonna end up costing me $10 and around $30 cents. $10.30 for lunch. And that's for rice, for soup, for vegetables, for the gizzard, the leg, and then a portion of pig ear. So $10.30. All right, let's go ahead and it's raining, man, but I'm gonna hit the streets with you guys for a little bit, unless it's raining pretty hard. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Oh shit. Oh my God, so Uncle Lee, I'm gonna check the numbers after I finish this live stream, but I think I'm gonna try to have the hit. We got 14 days left, so right around half the month, and I gotta hit about 5 million diamonds, just over 5 million. I was saying just about 5.5 million diamonds in 14 days. Difficult, very difficult, but doable. I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. Not impossible, doable. Hard, but doable. I'm going to try. And also, let me talk to my TikTok manager, because I think he needs to send me a little invitation or something, okay, before I can become even Live Pro eligible. So hopefully it'll happen for us. But as you guys can see, it is raining. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trapped here. It's raining hard. Thank you, Bunny. It's raining hard. What the hell? It's raining hard, team. Oh, Maggie, I will. I appreciate you, Maggie. I appreciate you, Maggie. I appreciate you very much. All right, look. Here's what I'm going to do. This guy's not using an umbrella. He looks fine. Thank you, Sally. Can't tell. Is it raining? Thank you. Another Lisa. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do, man. Let me get out here. I want to walk back to my hotel in the rain.
All right. I'm gonna walk back to Maggie, thank you very much. I see it. I'm gonna walk back to the hotel right now. Y'all gonna walk with me, and then I'm gonna turn this live stream off. I'm gonna get a nap in, and then I'll be seeing you guys right around 9 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Eastern. I will take you guys to a very exciting part of Shenzhen, provided it's not pouring outside. We should be okay. I think the rain is supposed to stop right around 4 or 5 p.m. So I'm gonna walk back. It's raining, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk back. Right, go straight, right and left. And then I'll be seeing you guys in a few hours. Okay, let's keep going. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap on the screen, y'all. Tap on the screen. Yeah, it's definitely raining. Tap, tap, tap. Look at that. And I think I need a shower after this too, because it's actually raining kind of hard. Nah, no hat, no umbrella, just my sunglasses. I'm gonna keep moving. All right. As we get back into the street, let me make sure I didn't forget anything. All right, as we get back into the streets here, for those of you that are new to the channel or you're new to this live stream, we're here in Yantian District. Thank you, Sally, with the donuts. We're here in Yantian District in Shenzhen. Okay, this is what I call the Long Island of Shenzhen, meaning it's not Manhattan, it's not Bronx, it's not Brooklyn. It's kind of far from where all the action is, but it's a nice and comfortable area in Shenzhen for people to raise their families and for folks to retire. Okay, it is still Shenzhen, but it's about an hour away from Nanshan, and it's about 25-30 minutes away from Futian and Luohu district, which is the old historical city center. All right, which is where we're headed tonight. So on Tuesday morning, we're gonna go walk around in the district of Luohu. Now, I gotta let this guy get past. When you walk around here, the structure of the city, again, is still very similar to what you see in many different parts of China, which is, again, the backbone of these communities is you got these small mom and pop family type of places that is the backbone of these communities. All right, there's no Sam's Club here, there's no Costco, there's no Walmart, okay? Hardly just one big grocery store to serve a population of probably well over 1 million people living in this area, okay? And I see these communities here. Yeah, it's raining, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna take a shower. Once I get back to the room, I'm gonna take a shower and I'll be clean, I'll be all right. A little rain doesn't hurt, it's fine. It's just a little bit of rain. Look at that, this is what a Chinese little residential community looks like. Look at that. Beautiful. No, this is definitely not downtown. This is an hour away from downtown. It is a very chill area of Shenzhen where people come when they want to avoid the crazy hecticness of being in downtown Shenzhen. Okay, everyone, let's keep the comments flowing. I know it's getting late. I'm gonna do this for about another 15 minutes while I get back to the hotel. And time for some rest in a little bit. Man, perfect. I'm not trying to meet any women right now, man. I'm streaming, man. I'm streaming, dog. I'm streaming. Man, he said nanas, man. This dude crazy, man. This dude 3 a.m. over there. He trolling. He trolling over there. This dude trolling over there. Look, this is another thing that if you are an American and you're watching this, you'd be totally surprised by. It's just how much bread these young people are eating out here in China. Okay, you would think it's a rice-driven culture, right? Not really. The embrace of Western food. Thank you, Kevin, man. Get back to work. I know what you do. I know you work in the medical industry. Have a great day, man. Have a great time at work. Okay, they eat a lot of bread out here in China. And let me show you guys this. Let me see if I can come in here and show it to you guys. Look at all this.
See that? Just like what we have in America. Look at that. So for those of you that can't tolerate the goose blood and the goose liver and the goose, all those parts of the goose, you know what I'm saying? They got a lot of American food out here too. Look at that. You see that? That's a Chinese style hot dog. Man, Cash, man, I appreciate you, brother. Great to see you, man. Great to see you, Cash. You've been watching me for a long ass time, Cash. Great to see you. Look at all these Chinese hot dogs. $1.10. Look at that. So again, don't think of Chinese food as just, don't think of food over here as just, you know, all the crazy things that I eat. There's a lot of like Americanized food out here. You know, as a matter of fact, I should probably grab some because I'm at a hotel and I don't have any breakfast. I'm at like an apartment building. I feel like I should grab some of this maybe for tomorrow. I'll buy some of this. It's not a bad idea, right? Grab some of this for breakfast. Not a bad idea. I'll come back and do it later. Let's keep moving. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap on the screen. See how all the people coming in here, young people. Thank you. Let's keep moving. And you know, this is another thing that you notice to be different from living in Japan and walking around in Japan. I'm telling you, at least 40 to 50% of the population here in this country get around everywhere using mopeds. There's a lot of cars in this country, but there's at least 30 to 40% of the population out here that are getting around using mopeds. And you remember these street cleaners that we saw yesterday all over the city of Shenzhen? Andy with the Forever Rosa. Thank you, Andy. You guys remember all the men and women, the older men and women who were doing the street cleaning? What did I tell you guys yesterday? They are the people that keep the streets clean and they take no days off. It doesn't matter what the weather is, whether it's raining, whether it's hot, sunshine. It doesn't matter what weather they have. They are always out here working, keeping the streets clean. So this is why a lot of y'all, when y'all watch me stream from Asian countries, like when you watch Japan and when you watch China, I think the fundamental difference between China and Japan when it comes to why are the streets so clean in both of these countries is that in China, they have a lot of people doing the cleaning. You know, people do throw their cigarette butts and they do litter. But there's so many cleaners who are working here full time that the streets end up being clean anyway. In Japan is a little bit a different story. You know, I've hardly seen any Japanese people litter. It's a very clean country. Not so much because they have a full labor force of people cleaning out here. Because I just think that from an etiquette perspective, the people over there are a little bit more cognizant. You hardly see any trash cans over there in Tokyo and all the major Japanese cities as well. But when you're here in China, the streets are clean, but this is because there's somebody cleaning it 12 hours a day, 15 hours a day, keeping this thing clean. You know, taps and donuts, everybody. And again, I just have to re-emphasize again and again when you guys are watching me. What I love about this country is you have to realize there are a lot of hardworking people out here in this country trying to make a living. This is a little store that sells everything you need at the house. Like wires, pipes, ladders. Basically like a little mini Big Lots, like a not Big Lots, like a mini what's the name of the store where you go buy stuff from in America for all your hardware? Okay, a little hardware store, right? Like every single store here. This is why there is no, like I have to explain this to y'all over and over again because it's really true. This is why things are cheap in this country. This Home Depot, Lowe's, exactly, Home Depot, exactly. This is why things are cheap. It's because you have one over here that represents one family who's probably got 2 kids in school right now, and you got a mom and a dad running a little business over here trying to keep their family afloat. Okay, this is a family business out here. And then you literally walk over here 2 steps. You got another store here, okay, that sells essentially the exact same thing. So it's kind of hard it's hard for you to get away with pricing power. It's hard for you to get away with high prices when the competition is so severe and so intense. This is true capitalism. I couldn't agree more. This is what real capitalism is like when you have 1 billion people competing for business. This is really the reason why restaurants are affordable, food is affordable. You know, this is the real reason why a lot of things you buy here in China is affordable. And you can see, like, you don't need to go to IKEA. If you live here and you don't live near IKEA, you can get everything you need out here just like this. Man, what the fuck? Is that what I think it is? Oh, hell no. Is that what I think it is? Is that a squat toilet? Is that a squat toilet, y'all? Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is, y'all? Is that what I think it is? Because that's a normal toilet over here. Well, because usually in a squat toilet, the flushing mechanism is separate from the hole in the ground. When you buy a normal toilet, it looks like this. When you buy a squat toilet, it looks like this. This gotta be a squat toilet, y'all. Hell no. Okay, let's keep moving. Walking back to the hotel in the rain. No, it's a squat toilet. You know, I remember last July, I'll never forget this live stream. Last July. Hey, don't bullshit me. How many of you guys were on that live stream last July? It was late at night. It was July of 2024. I was walking around in a small city in Guizhou, and I walked into a very cheap $10 a night hotel, $5 a night hotel, and I asked the front desk clerk to give me a tour of the room so I could show the American audience what a cheap $5, $10 hotel room looks like in China. How many of you guys remember that? No, don't bullshit me if you weren't there. If you were there, let me know how many of you guys remember that live stream. This was about a year ago. This was about 11 months ago. Okay, Michelle, I know you were there because you've been watching me for a long time. How many of you guys remember? It was late at night. I was walking around this urban village. Okay, and it was a $5 to $6 a night hotel. It was a night stream, exactly, JK. It was a night stream, and I was walking around, and I saw this $5 hotel, and I said to the front desk lady, I said, "Can I please have a tour? I'm thinking about getting a room here." I was bullshitting. I wasn't really trying to get a room there, but I showed you guys what the room looks like, and you guys were like, "This is not bad at all for $5." JK, you remember? He was like, "This is not bad at all for $5. This is not bad." Until I showed you guys the toilet, and it was a squat toilet, and the shower was right next to the squat toilet. I showed it to you guys. Oh my God, we had 2,000 people on. JK, we had 2,000 people on that were watching. When I showed it, the whole fucking room lost it. This is a room full of Americans. The whole room lost it. The whole room lost it. Okay, I still remember it. It was all together. It was a squat toilet on the ground. It was all together. The whole room lost it. I'm telling you, it was 2,000 people in the room. The comments were going crazy. Everybody was like, "Hell no, hell no, hell no." That's what you get for $5 a night. Tap some donuts, everybody. Tap, tap, tap. That was a squat toilet. And you see, by the way, y'all see this right here? And this is the stuff that I'm talking about, right? Y'all see these older communities over here. A lot of it is at risk of being torn down. It's a good thing for the owner if it's torn down, but you see the construction site here for a brand new apartment building is right next door to these old communities, right? There's just so much construction going on throughout China. Even a very quiet neighborhood like Yantian and the outskirts of Shenzhen is affected. I mean, a lot of these buildings are like, I mean, this is really a whole entire area over here. It's all just short buildings from the 90s. They're all gonna go. It's only a matter of time. I mean, some of them maybe will get refurbished, but I think it's a matter of time before these things disappear from the pages of history. And look at that, it's just non-stop work. It's raining outside. These guys are still working. Yeah, Tater Nader, that's right. These guys don't stop working. Any type of weather, sunshine, rain, they work very, very hard out here in China. They do not stop working. Tough. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Taps and donuts, everybody. Let's keep it moving. Oh, man. When we saw that TTU, she said, I thought I sent it by accident. Christine is not sleeping. Taps and donuts. All right, I'm almost back at my hotel, y'all. I gotta make a left turn here, and I'm back at my hotel. So I'll be with you guys for a few more minutes. And then please remember, I need y'all to tune in. David Wu with a donut. I need y'all to tune in. Thank you, David. I need you guys to tune in at 9 a.m. Eastern. Thank you, Carlos. I need y'all to tune in at 9 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. Hawaii time. That's a hard ask. That's a hard ask. 3:30, 3 a.m. Eastern, Hawaii time, 9 a.m. Eastern time. I need y'all to tune in back to TikTok because I plan on doing a nighttime walk from the entertainment district of Luohu for about maybe in like an hour and a half. Later on Tuesday morning. Yeah, she gonna be asleep. If you gonna be asleep, I might not even do it. I'm just playing. I'll be back. I should be back at 3:30, 4 a.m. But I will be doing more streams at this particular time for, again, the night hours. I kind of noticed that the traffic is actually pretty good at this particular time. So taps and donuts, everybody. Look, you want to talk about, let me show you guys something. This is a nice way to end the live stream. No better way to show you actual real estate prices than coming out to a property management office. Let me show you guys some prices of the real estate out here. Okay, and I think like this is something that you can see. What up? This you can see, man. This is let me show you guys this apartment right here, y'all. You see this apartment is 168 square meters. So this is about an 1,800 square foot apartment. 1,800 square foot apartment. 168 square meters. 5 bedrooms. Built in 2015. Okay, this is built in 2015. The price is 10,500,000 yuan. So this is about 1.46 million US dollars for an apartment. And this don't even look that nice, to be honest. 1.48 million US dollars for about 1,800 square foot, 1,800 square foot, made in 2015, 5 bedrooms. All right. And you can see this one right here. You can see how it's got the ocean view. You guys see the ocean view right here? Okay, this one right here is actually pretty cheap. The reason is probably this is not a house. This is not an apartment. I think this is probably a condominium, which means your ownership rights is only 50 years as opposed to 75. This one is about 154 square meters. So that's right around 1,650 square feet, 1,600 square feet-ish. And this one is just over $1 million. 7.9 million Chinese yuan, 1.1, right around 1.1 million US dollars. Right, and a lot of people, they probably don't, oh my God. Look at this one right here. This is insane. This one right here is a totally unfurbished apartment with a view of the ocean. This one right here is 550
square meters. So this is like 6,000 square feet. This is almost $20 million. This is 130 million yuan. So this is like 19 million US dollars. Huh? 19 million US dollars for this thing right here. I guess with an ocean view. 19 million US dollars for this. That's kind of insane, y'all. I just realized it as I'm streaming that like that's kind of insane. My adjust my shoelaces. So a lot of wealthy people, man. So again, the average salary here in this part of the city is probably $1,000 a month. Yet you look at all these luxury houses over here, like this one right here. This doesn't even look that nice, you know. But this is like 1.4 million dollars. So pretty expensive. These are also very large homes. 149 square meters is actually the construction size, meaning your actual home is only about 120 because they count the general hallway. So in China, when you buy a house and it says you're getting, let's say, 2,000 square feet, you're actually only getting about 1,600 square feet because about 15 to 20% of that square footage counts the space inside the common areas. Thank you, Xiaoxiong. So when you're thinking about the hallway, the elevator, okay, that all counts towards your real estate size. So when you buy a 2,000 square foot house in China and you move in, your actual size of your home is actually only about 1,600 square feet because the developer is going to count the general area and they're going to split it between all the residents inside that building and they're going to add it to the size and they're going to get an overall number. So thank you, OMG fam. So a lot of people didn't know that when you buy a house in America, thank you, OMG, and you buy a house in America and you buy it and it's 2,000 square feet, you really are getting 2,000 square feet of space. But when you buy it in China, you're probably getting only 80%, sometimes even 75%. So this is my hotel, y'all. This is where I'm staying, okay? Again, this is the Hyatt Hotel right here. The beautiful, oh, this is the Hyatt Hotel, I'm sorry. This is the Hyatt Hotel right here. And this is the mall that we were at earlier. I'm gonna go back to my hotel room and take a nice shower, nice warm shower. I'm gonna grab a little nap and I should be back right around maybe 9, 10 a.m. Eastern, provided it's not raining. Okay? Taps and donuts team, taps especially. Oh, crispy, yeah, I'm very close to Hong Kong, man. I'm only about an hour away from Hong Kong. Very close. Nice to see you, Crispy. Hey, y'all see this dude right here? You guys see this dude, Crispy, right here? Big time live pro here on TikTok. Always trying to beat me. Always trying to drop it on my head. Hey, Crispy, man, I be battling your friend today, man. His name is Leo. I battled your friend Leo today. And we kicked his ass. We kicked his ass today. You should go ask him how it went for him. Yeah, the Russian kid. We kicked his ass. Oh, it was bad. It was like 100,000 to 15,000. We kicked his ass. Storm Chaser dropped a lion on his ass. Let's go. Taps and donuts, everybody. I'm just playing. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just playing. I didn't think I was going to beat him. But one of our viewers came in here and dropped a lion on him. On triples, actually. And we won. All right, y'all. Come back to me on Friday. Oh, I'm sorry. On Tuesday morning. All right. I will be back. I want to go talk to somebody on the phone. But I will be back. You got to check in and tune in tomorrow. I'll give you a room tour tomorrow when I'm battling inside my room. Because I gave people a room tour already. But I'm going to go back to my room and relax. Good night, Raindrop. Good night, everybody back home in the United States. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Jeff, have a great night. About to go back to my room, take a shower, and pass out. All right, did you guys enjoy it? Maybe a little bit of a quick walk. I mean, this is a neighborhood that don't really have much going on. You know what I'm saying? Like a very chill neighborhood. Not really much going on. So I'm going to go back to my room and just take a shower and get all this rainwater off of me. And I'll be back later on Tuesday morning. All right, you guys all have a great night in the United States. Have a great night, everybody. Make sure y'all follow the channel if you haven't, and I will be back. And we're A1 number 13. We're A1 number 13 right now. Daily number 22. Get a nap in. I should be back around 9 a.m. Eastern. All right, have a great night, everybody. I'm out of here, y'all. A1 number 13. Have a great night, everybody. Daniel's out of here. Jeff, JP, Will, everybody, man. Laura, thank y'all. I'm out of here. Everybody. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Sleep tight. David, Brandon, Uncle Lee.